All right. I guess it's a good time to come on in. The markets have shut down, and then there's crypto 24/7, right? Good to come in and have a conversation about what people say in the media, social media, the cesspool of information. People can just hit record and just start going. They can put the bells and whistles on it. They can make it sound good. They can make it look good. They can do all the graphics and all that. And they have no clue of what they're talking about. And once you start tapping into the truth, then you'll be able to decipher on whether or not the person that's speaking knows what they're talking about or not. XRP to follow silver. XRP is not even going to follow gold. That's a different market. The metals market will always be the metals market. The metals market is not the crypto market, the digital currency, right? There's a difference between cryptocurrency and digital currency. What's the difference? We're not going to go into the rocket science, but just know that cryptocurrency is digital currency, but digital currency is not cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency has a name, like XRP, and it's used digitally, which makes it a digital currency. But a digital currency, like a digital dollar, is a digital dollar. The digital yuan, the digital yen, the digital euro, see? Those are digital currencies. They're not cryptocurrencies. They don't have a name like cryptocurrencies. As easy as that was explained, as difficult as it could be to understand something like that, that's how you figure that out. A cryptocurrency has a name of the crypto, and it has a coin. It's a coin, right? And it doesn't hold it's not a dollar. It doesn't stay at the level of the price of a dollar like a stable coin. Stable coin means it's stable. It stays at a dollar. And it's regulated. I go to YouTube. I'm on YouTube now. I'm a YouTuber. Look at me. But I hear all the gross explanations of people who think they know what they're talking about. Regulation is really where it's the market makers who decide. You can have all the opinions you want to have. We're not rocking with the opinions. We're going to rock with the facts. If XRP is going to be how money moves through the system, what do we mean? We know what let's not have a brain freeze right now. The rails that the money moves on right now is called the SWiFT system. So whenever you use your credit card or your debit card, when you make that transaction, it has to go over what's called rails. And that rail is called the SWiFT system. Well, the new system is called the blockchain. And money's going to move along the blockchain. Rumor has it that XRP is going to be how money moves from point A to point B. Bitcoin is not that. Bitcoin is not the rails. But everybody who made their first $1 million, they bought Bitcoin when it was at $1 and it went to $100,000. Okay, what if they want to send Bitcoin from point A to point B? Well, it's going to be sent through your code. You're going to send it from one wallet to the next wallet. It don't move on the SWiFT system. It moves on the blockchain. And it costs gas fees. But it's faster than the SWiFT system. The SWiFT system sometimes can take 3 to 5 business days for your money to get from point A to point B. The blockchain is going to take minutes. But it's not just, it just happens. No, it costs gas fees to move along the rails. That's what they're trying to decipher right now and make sure it's clear. So when this Clarity Act becomes law, that's going to be all straightened out. Rumor has it, XRP is going to be the way that crypto is able to move from point A to point B. Digital currency is able to move from point A to point B through XRP. We won't really know until we get there, because once it's happening, it's just happening. And like I said, people are going to be using XRP and they're not even going to know that they're using XRP, because it's going to be the rails. It's just like using your ATM card. You don't know what those rails are. You don't know what the SWiFT system is. I didn't know what the SWiFT system was until I started trading about 8 years ago. I didn't know what the SWiFT system was. And if I tell people SWiFT system, they're not going to know what I'm talking about. But when I say, oh, when you run your ATM card, they know what that means, but they don't know what SWiFT system is. And they don't want you to know what SWiFT system is. You're a slave. They don't want slaves to know anything. They just want you to work. They're going to take care of all the background and all that type of stuff. You might want to get in the know, because that's how you save yourself and the generations to come. You have to be in the know. You have to become a boss mentality and not a worker. So I'm sure I'm running through charts and putting the voice with the video and all that, right? Like we're supposed to do. Second video of the day, talking a little bit about crypto since the rest of the markets are closed. You know, Sunday, we're back at it. Market open, 3 p.m. Pacific. And we do the gauntlet. People should be looking forward to doing the gauntlet. I'm only saying it until you're able to say it. Once the market closes on Friday, we talk a little bit about crypto, and then we head into our weekend. Enjoy the weekend, right? We want to do things correctly. It seems like I'm always working. As long as the numbers are moving, I'm working. Put the alerts on it. I'm listening to information as much as I can, knowing that the Clarity Act did not get passed. It's been put off for a couple months. This is what they said, a couple months. And just earlier today, we talked about how the market could be at the top in January and go to an April low. And all you need is a catalyst to take it there, right? So what do? I start putting money to the side and getting it ready to start dollar cost averaging. I don't need to do anything until April. I've done everything I needed to do from last year. I'm on that wave, and the year before that wave. Now I got to filter out through what's going to happen this year. I'm not promised tomorrow, but as long as I'm here, I'm going to do that correctly, because we're moving quarterly. January, February, March, then April, right? If this is the top in January and we're heading to the bottom in March, all I got to do is put money to the side. I don't have to do nothing right now. I'm not jumping in on random positions and just, I think the fear of missing out, the FOMO, is that what they call it? You're buying at the top. That goes against everything I do in these videos, because from day one, we're talking about buy low at discounts, sell high at premiums, and staying out the middle. If January is the top and March is the bottom, why am I buying in February? Anything. I don't need to do none of that. Now, if the price is right, then I can dollar cost average. Like I said, I'm not going to just, let me put $1,000 right here. No. The price can be right, but understand, you can drop by 50% at any time, especially when you're coming down from the top. You got to look at the charts. I'm always doing analysis. So every time I speak, I'm speaking capital. If you slacking, you need to turn it up. We're not slacking over here. We're doing exactly what we need to do. We're saying exactly what needs to be said. You get on the train. Can't nobody help me on this. I'm the help. So shout out to my team. We come in here, we have the conversations. If we don't have conversations, the conversations don't get had. And then people are not in the know, and then they're jumping in wrong positions, and they're getting drugged. They're going straight into the red because they're entering at the wrong positions. All you got to do is ask questions. And as far as the YouTube, the email is in the info section. If you have a question, then you have to make an effort to ask the question. I'm not going to just open up the comments for people to just be saying dumbass shit on my page. No, it ain't happening. You got questions for me? Send them to the email. And you know who we do it for. We do it for the people and not the profits. The consistency and persistency is what wins in the market. Doing it correctly. To beat the market, you must become the market. The market moves with integrity. We ain't got time for clowns and clout chasers and all that. You have no integrity. Integrity of price. So if you don't have the integrity of the price, you get wrecked. Going to the clown show. Going to loss review. You know what it is. Hey.